Welcome to Scunthorpe Alphas versus Northumberland Vikings. It's the BAFANL NFC 1 Central, and it's the big day today, Jay.
It's a huge game for the Alphas. A playoff berth has already been achieved, but this to win the division, I believe.
Yep, it's the only team of the Alphas who've come unstuck against this season, I believe, was the first game of the season. So we are told that if the Alphas are to take this by more than 12 points today, then the Alphas will win the league division, rather.
Yeah, and it'll really give a statement to the rest of the teams because once again we're definitely not the favourite for this one.
No, definitely not. Vikings, arguably one of the best teams in Division 1. That's been the case for many seasons, really. One of them teams that always sort of nearly get on the precipice of getting out of the division, but always tend to just not get there in the end, really. So, but I think Vikings are going to be one of the favourites to go up. So, massive test today.
Number 2 on the return there, knocked out by Alex Bruce, I believe.
Yeah, Bruce, yeah. Play that. Yes, coming onto your screen now is the Alpha starting defence for the day. Number 20, defensive end Steve Sowerby. Number 99, Jack Marshall as well. 2 defensive tackles for the day are Cam Belt, number 92. Number 6, Ant Hamilton. Linebacker making his home debut today, number 44, Thomas Nooms, transfer from Doncaster Mustangs. Number 3, Nick, Jewish jet fighter, Tomaszewski. DB, we've got Gaz Robbers, Alex Bruce, Gaz Hughes, Jeff Merkelis, and Sean Bedford.
Incomplete pass there on the first play. Looking for number 14, I believe. Inside run, stopped well by, I think that's Thomas Noom. First tackle.
Yep, Tom Noom had a great debut, obviously in the last game against Yorkshire Rams.
Yeah, fumble recovery and was it a defensive MVP?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he returned. It was a good hit by Merkelis. in the last game against the Rams quarterback, which led to, I believe, the decisive winning touchdown.
Another run for the Vikings. Stopped well. A gain of 1 or 2 maybe. It's the punt unit for the Vikings now. Out of bounds around the 29-yard line. Alpha's offense to come onto the field.
It's the Alpha's offense, number 28, Joe Canseco, in for the regular quarterback, Andy Bagnall, who's now out for the rest of the season. Your offensive line, left tackle, is Jacob Brown. You've also got Jacob Bradley, Martin Brearley, George Fear, and Dan Hickson. Jack Patterson, running back. And then your catchy guys are Mike Sison, Tom Coombe, Ryan Wagley, and Adam Woodall.
Spread formation for the Alphas. Handoff to Patterson. Stopped. Maybe returning to the line of scrimmage. Jack Patterson to the outside. Stopped well again. A gain of 1.
Yeah, I can see what they're trying to do there. Patterson, they run into a bit of traffic there.
3rd and long now for the Alphas. Punt for the Alphas there, returned by number 2 again, up to around the 35 in the Alphas territory.
Yeah, slow start by both teams here. As you can imagine, 2 top teams in the division, both going 3 and out, and it's as you could expect at the moment then, Jay.
Yes, been a slow start offensively, but the Vikings come up to field goal range. I don't think they have a kicker there, actually. So they'll be looking to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, not overly sure. We've actually not received a roster or starting lineup for the Vikings today. So, fortunately, if you are from that end of the world, we may have to resort to calling your players out by numbers rather than names. I apologise for.
2 in the backfield for the Vikings. It was back to pass, scrambling to the left-hand side for the first down.
Yeah, evading Tomaszewski there. A good running by the quarterback.
New set of downs for the Vikings. 1 in the backfield, 2 actually. No yards gained there.
Yeah, good work by the interior there. Shout out to Chip Wilson, who's normally the lead commentator on the Alpha's coverage, not here today.
Vikings yet to test the Alpha's defensive backs with a pass. It's been a heavy run game so far. Seven's in motion. 14 with the catch. Missed tackle and a gain of 6.
Vikings just starting to move through the gears here, as we see.
Wide zone to the right. Stopped well. Nick Tomaszewski with a good tackle there.
Slight gain as well.
Is it first down?
Even just fell in. Yeah, it's a first down. So Alpha's up against it at the moment now. Vikings march down the field in their second series.
Yeah, it's been a lot better. They've got the run game going. Still yet to really be too effective in the air. I've 1 good completion to 14. Apart from that, not much separation from the receivers. And the run up the middle.
Yeah, good running.
18. Just another first down.
Short there. Not often the Alphas found themselves in this position, being sort of run on quite quickly, and see this series has gone quite quickly as well for the Vikings. Within their sort of minutes, we found ourselves in the red zone territory.
Heavy run set for the Vikings. They are battered away. Flag.
That flag.
Yeah.
What are you making of the Alpha's debut season then in Division 1, Jay?
Yeah, I mean it's been very successful so far. It's been a shock. Well, I wouldn't say much a shock to us. Having been here for a while, I've been watching how they've progressed, but it's shocked a lot of other teams in the league. A lot of predictions have been against us, and have come out on top most of our games.
I did ask Coach Robson how he felt before the game, and he said, regardless of how today plays out, he says Alphas have been playing with house money all season, so it's been a great first season, Division 1.
Running back trying to reach it over the line, no signal yet.
Be with the throw.
Touchdown not given. Within inches of the end zone though.
Another big stop needed now.
Another run up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. Very good drive from the Vikings there.
Yeah, it's what you've come to expect with Northumberland Vikings. Like I said before the game, very good team, and at the moment the only team this season to better the Alphas in the division.
Yeah, they are unbeaten so far, and that drive sort of shows why.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very slow start in the first series for them. Obviously, Alphas came in, both opening series, 3 and out. But yeah, Vikings just went through the gears very, very quickly there.
The 2-point conversion is good. Number 1 showing his ability on his feet.
Yeah, number 1, I believe his name is Bulmer. That's great ability there to run in, read the play, but baited the Alphas there and powered it in. Yeah, for the 2-point. Yeah, so if you're just joining us in the first quarter here of the BAFANL NFC 1 Central match, it is the division decider. Scunthorpe Alphas 0, Northumberland Vikings 8. Makes it a little bit harder now, Jay. We did say before the game that the Alphas needed to win this by 12 points to take the division earlier on, but kind of behind already.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to come back from a fairly poor start, an early touchdown, but still a lot of games to play. And as we saw last week, going down by 2 scores, not last game, to the Rams, dug deep and won the game.
Yeah, it's something that's become synonymous with Scunthorpe recently, is where in previous seasons, especially in associate year, when go down by a score or 2, heads would go down. But recently, it's almost sort of galvanised them performance a little bit. So we'll have to see what Coach Robson's going to do and what the Alphas have got cooked up for us in the first half.
Yeah, I think some new life into the offence. They really need at least a field goal on this drive, because going 2 scores down to a team of the quality of the Vikings is very, very hard to come back from.
It is, but I'm sure the guys on the sideline they'll know their job, know what to do. It's almost, like going back to what I was saying about what Coach Robson says, they're playing with house money. Nobody expected them at the division to be in this shot, and they've got a guaranteed playoff position. So I think today would just be the cherry on top of a really good season. And if they don't make it, then we go to the playoffs and we see from there.
First down there, a good play from the defensive end, tipping the pass from Joe Canseco, aimed for Ryan Wakelam. It will be very important today for the Alphas to win. Obviously, having a great season so far, making a big impact with his 13 touchdowns.
Yeah, Ryan Wakelam has been absolutely sublime all season. A young lad started his career, as you like, off at the Lincolnshire Bombers youth team 2015, and he's progressed. One of the Bombers' biggest assets over recent seasons, and he's transferred in, and he's shown every inch that he's one of the best receivers in Division 1. Brilliant player.
Big third down there for the Alphas. 7 yards to get. And Canseco has to slide. It's another 3 and out for the Alphas.
Yeah, disappointing that. Canseco with the wheels going out into the right hand side, looking for an open target, and in the end, running out of time and running out of an idea there. Back out there to punt.
Very similar punt to the first one, actually. Out at the, not past halfway, at the 35.
Yeah, it's still position. Vikings. Vikings come back up to the line.
Another run. Big hole. Gain of about 5. Stopped fairly well there.
Yeah, a good stop. Good acceleration from the Vikings back there. Dug his feet in and he went off like a shot. Second down. On ball by Bulmer.
One deep. Oh. If he's got his feet in there, that is incredible.
That's a brilliant play by the Vikings.
Number 17.
Yeah, absolutely stunning play. Massive gain as well, and all of a sudden, Alphas find themselves in deep water here.
Yeah, quarterback found him very well. Not awful DB play either. That was just a very well executed play. Found a hole in the defense.
Yeah, it was. And to be fair, it was kind of unlucky just to get it and sort of control the ball on the other side of the pylon.
Back to pass again. And one scrambling. And throws to 15.
Touchdown.
I don't think he caught it though.
It didn't look like it initially, did it? I think our view was a bit obscured there, but the referee signalled a touchdown. I think our view was obscured, but
14-0 already. Still in this first quarter for the Vikings. Going for 2 now as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the start that the Vikings would have wanted. It was a very sort of turgid, close affair up in Newcastle in the first game of the season. Wasn't particularly a comfortable win for the Vikings, although they did power through in the fourth quarter. But this is exactly the start they would have wanted.
Getting in for the 2 as well. Looked to be stopped ahead of the end zone. But he lowered his shoulder and got through.
Yeah, it's 16-0 first quarter. It's a hell of a start. So some questions being answered now. Are the Vikings then really need the Alphas to hit back here?
Yeah, it's been a disappointing start, both offensively and defensively, for the Alphas, who have made a habit of keeping the scores very low, scoring a lot of points and even a lot of shutouts so far this season.
Yeah, it's really, to be fair, an uncharacteristically slow performance by the Alphas so far. They've kept scores down quite frequently this season, so I dare say this is kind of something that they're not used to this year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they respond going forward, playing against a lot more, a lot better teams in and around the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a learning curve for them. They came in here, knowing themselves that they're a good team on the ascendancy. I think Alex Robson, set out his target this season just to compete, and I think they've done that. They after sort of a good close encounter with Darlington last year in the playoffs, they swiftly dispatched Darlington twice during the season. The Lancashire Wolverines, who themselves form a Premier League team, beaten quite resoundingly twice, and then doing the double over Yorkshire Rams, who are again a similar sort of size to Vikings, of a top-end Division 1 team, but it's just the Vikings so far has proved to be the only sticking point.
Yeah, a gain of 3 there from Joe Canseco at quarterback. Another third down for the Alphas. Around 6 to gain.
Yeah, it's Canseco is a very good player. He's naturally a linebacker. He's around the sport for many years, going back to his days at playing in Mexico. He's capable of playing a quarterback, but he is the standing QB replacement of Andy Bagnall. But last few games have been brilliant for Joe Canseco. So he's a guy who can come up with the works, and as you see there,
but really, that's a big first down.
That is a big first down. Gets the hold of the ball, and just in his own mind, he just knew where that was going and powered through. It's first down Alpha.
First down of the match, actually, for the Alphas, which is key. Could this be a turning point, do you think?
Be a positive. It's baby steps at the end of the day, but yeah, it's encouraging. And for Nick Bagnall.
Adam Woodall there picking up 3 on the. It was the first reception of the match.
Yeah, better stuff from the Alphas. And after a slow start, these are the kind of things that a few good receptions and a few first downs to sort of brush the cobwebs off.
Yeah, shape the nerves,
yeah,
which should be creeping in after such a slow start.
Yep. I've experienced this myself countless times of going quickly 2 scores down, and then it ended up being a tight game. So the Alphas have got the players to compete today for sure.
Solid gain there from Jack Patterson. Around 5 yards to get on the third down.
Yeah, Patterson's one of the key players for the Alphas. He's one of the players that they'll need today to compete.
Yeah, such an aggressive runner of the ball. I'm surprised he didn't get as injured as he does already, which is.
I remember him getting injured and banged up in the playoff game against Highland last year. I mean, he plays until he's Again, is that first down?
I think it's another first down. Very similar again. Another huge play from Canseco, who put the team on his back there and scrambled for the first.
Yeah, Canseco showing, again, how much a good football player is and a clever player he is. Mike Sison has the Instagram handle of Swiss Army, but I'd say Canseco has that title as well as a Swiss Army player.
Interesting, they've called it short there. About a yard to gain, Alpha's offence staying out.
Yep, I'd go for it.
I think that's maybe called as a false start.
Yeah, these sort of slight issues, slight mishaps were one of the problems we had in the last home game against the Rams. Although we ended up winning that game, there was a few brain farts that did cost us a few times.
Yeah, it's a better drive from the Alpha's offence, and at least from this punt, the Vikings will start in their own half instead of about 36 yards out.
Yeah, Wakeland's been in a pretty difficult position recently with his last two punts. Also, yeah, they'd sailed out into, didn't even reach into Vikings territory. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to knock the ball further down the field and give the Vikings a little bit more of a difficult time with their next series.
Gets it away very well. That's a great punt.
Yeah, I mean, it's another thing that obviously Ryan Wakeland has stepped up to with Andy Bagnall, obviously QB1, but also the field goal kicker. He also punts. The all-rounder himself, and obviously Ryan Wakeland steps in and he's done a grand job as well on special teams.
Kicking the winning extra point last game, a very high-pressure kick.
Yeah, it was.
The Rams. Ref's discussing something. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what it was.
Yeah, unfortunately today, not got the refs mic'd up to the stadium tannoy system like there were in the Rams game. So unfortunately, we may be not in the
know about what they're talking about.
Defense going on.
Rams starting with the ball on their own 35. Seemingly a 10-yard penalty imposed on the Alphas. Usually it's the 20-yard line that they would start. 25, sorry.
Yeah, these just slight little errors we need to rub out, especially in a game like today.
Vikings seemingly empty formation, which is the first time we've seen that today.
Vikings will just like the Rams did a little bit, transition.
Motioned into the backfield, number 8. Drops back to pass. Launches deep. Incomplete.
Yeah, a little too far from Bulmer. But I mean, he's shown in the last series that he's got the arm to make those plays. He's going to be dangerous for the Alphas today. So, yeah, you'll want to be getting the likes of Sowerby and Marshall off the edges onto Bulmer more quickly. But obviously, we're coming up against a very, very good offensive line at Northumberland Vikings.
Empty formation again. No motion this time. 5 receivers.
Bulmer
Good
evading.
pressure.
Oh,
big reception. Huge hole in the Alphas defense.
and he's going.
That's a huge score. 17 again.
Yeah. It's, what can you say there? I mean, Bulmer, brilliantly. He just 1 minute you thought he was stuck in it. He managed to get out, launched the ball forward, found his man, and yeah, here we go. It's first quarter, and all of a sudden, if they weren't in hot water before, the Alphas, they're in trouble now.
Clearly, some sort of miscommunication in the Alpha secondary there, because he was in fighting with space, 2 of them.
Yeah, I think obviously Coach Robson will be having a few words to try and work out what went on there. But I mean, they need to get this out of their head quite quickly.
Another 2-point conversion for the Rams. Successful on both attempts so far.
Yeah, see what they go for now. See how they. That one is unsuccessful.
Good stop from the Alphas, keeping it down to 22.
Yeah, if you're just joining us here, it's Bible Park Stadium. It's the Scunthorpe Alphas versus Northumberland Vikings in the BAFANL NFC 1 Central. Scunthorpe Alphas trailing in the first quarter by 22 points to 0. Alphas actually needed to win this game by 12 clear points to take the division at the expense of the Vikings. But as you can see by the score on your screens, it's going to look like almost like a formality that the Vikings can win that, and I say that in bated breath.
Into the second quarter now. The kick out of bounds. Well, good field position for the Alphas now.
Yeah.
Going to kick on.
Yeah, they really need to come back into it, Alphas. I mean, they just need to play their own game and concentrate really on what the Vikings are doing. We know that the Alphas have got the tools in the box to execute. That's all over the field. And they just need to come together and work that out.
Alpha's sideline unrecognisably quiet today as well. They'll need to start bigging up the players if they want some sort of comeback here.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, the silence is probably coming a little bit because they found themselves in a position like this. Like I stated earlier, it was quite a close affair. Newcastle up at Druid Park on the first day of the season. Said it was a bit of a to and fro with the Vikings always ahead, but it wasn't until the fourth quarter that the Vikings really sort of got out of sight, and it was still a respectable scoreline. But I mean, the Vikings are only mere points now away from the amount of points they scored in the whole game up in Newcastle. So I think Alphas just need to concentrate on their own game.
Good run in there from Mike Sison. Makes 2 men miss. Gaining, what's that, 4-5 yards?
Yeah, 4 or 5 yards. Yeah, Sison, another guy who's picked up in the off season. He's been around at a few teams with Sheffield Giants. Been another quality player added to the roster.
Four receivers, 1 running back for the Alphas. Vikings edge rusher creeping down to the line. And seemingly false start.
Yeah, false start by the looks of it. I'm not too sure who was on. But yeah, again, it was another brain fart that's unfortunately going to push us back a few yards here.
Eight yards to get for the Alphas. Another screen, too high for Adam Woodall.
Just over the top by Canseco, a little bit overthrown. Lucky on that one though.
Another huge third down for the Alphas. They've had 2 or 3 of these. Well, one time completed well by Canseco, another time to a good effort getting the majority of the yards. Quite far out for him to get on his legs here though, and they're going to be looking out for it.
Yeah, it's a difficult position to be in here, so a big play here from Canseco.
No targets to Wakeland so far. He's scrambling again. Throws deep. Oh. Would have been a great play by Dan Coombe there, but not to be. Double covered.
Yeah, it's, unfortunately he threw it into coverage. But I mean, I've seen them make them plays before. Just unfortunate on that time. Had that play have come off, it would have been a different story. But yeah, Alpha's fortunately just sort of stuttering again on the offense.
Not been able to get their key men into the game as much as they usually would at this point.
No, but on the positives, there's not one of them that I wouldn't trust in any situation.
A poor snap. It's going to be good field position for the Vikings again.
It is, yeah. It's just
not needed.
No, not needed. But it's just not a great start by the Alphas. Like I was about to say, they've got the guys on the roster to at least turn this around and get some points on the board. But very sort of disappointing start by the Alphas, and I'm sure Coach Robson and Coach Bagnall will be making the adjustments on the sideline.
Around 15 yards to the end zone for the Vikings. Very much short yardage.
Yeah, it's exactly the territory they'd want to be in, especially on their the opening play of the drive.
Going deep, drop by 15.
Yeah, 15 there with the almost with what would have been the 4th touchdown of the game already for the Vikings. So. Second down.
Going into his left again.
Yeah, Bulmer as well with a lot of space there to manoeuvre. Was motioning like he was going to throw the ball, but in the end, saw the green light and sort of motored. He made his yards himself.
Alex Bruce on the tackle. Not sure that's a first down or not. But not far to go at all for the Vikings.
No, so a big stop needed again. But we have a flag on the play, and it potentially looks like Alphas have sort of gained a few yards from that.
I think maybe a false start, 5 yards on the penalty to the 19.
So it offers a brief reprieve.
An incomplete pass. 3rd and long for the Vikings. They don't seem confident in their kicker if they've been going for 2 every single time. So it'll be a
I mean, it's
going for it.
Yeah, some teams obviously have they've not got a guy who's overly great with his feet. They will opt to go for 2 points. You see it quite frequently in Britball. In fact, it's almost 50-50 these days to whether you've got an actual solid kicker on the team.
Time out for the Vikings to go over what they're going to do. Maybe if they get a decent chunk of the yardage, I think it'll be a much easier fourth down opportunity.
Yep. Alf.
No, not too much lost. Also, if they go for it on fourth.
Yeah, I mean, Vikings at the moment, the pressure is off. Obviously, the 12 points that they needed to Alpha's needed to recoup before kickoff. Putting 22 points on the board now, I think Vikings will be sailing a little bit easy. So situations like this, I'm sure they'll be quite relaxed in taking.
Run to the left. It's a good tackle on the edge by Alex Bruce again.
Yeah, good yards again by the Vikings as well. Just burning out to the edges. Bruce again, always the man who's picking him up eventually. But yeah, some more good yards and more good running there by Northumberland.
Yeah, again about 9 yards to go. 3 or so for the first down.
I would imagine they'll probably go for it on fourth quarter, on fourth down now.
Yeah, even if they're stopped, it's a long way for the Alphas to go.
Again. So
picked off by Gaz Hughes. However, it is on about the 2. So it's 98 yards. The Alphas will need to drive there. But a good confidence boost.
Yeah, it's a confidence boost. It's Gaz Hughes getting another scraper chalk there. It's these little tiny things that you'll need to put on positive. So offense come out, but like you say, it's these are the situations as a former offensive line myself. You don't like being in when you're having to fend off.
Big hit there. On a good first down run. I believe that was Zach Patterson.
Yeah, I could hear that from here. Patterson's a hard runner.
Oh, it's Canseco actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
The camera was obscured by it's the camera cover we have flapping around in the wind up there.
First down for the Alphas. False start. Could have been a free play there for the Alphas, I believe, unless it was called on the offensive line, but Canseco wasn't watching.
But I wish we had the refs' lights up to.
Yeah, it'd be good to hear what they're discussing.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a different position from commentary today. See, last game we were down pitch side. We're in a sort of stadium commentary booth. Obviously relying on iPad footage to watch the game. But
Sison in motion now. A run up the middle. Short gain.
Yeah, very short gain. Again, always difficult in this situation.
Yeah, it was called on the offensive line. The false start. Wakeland yet to be targeted so far. Saying that he is now. And that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Northumberland would have done their definitely they've done their homework on Ryan Wakeland. So their defence will be, I would say, taking extra precaution with him. Player who can sort of turn on the dime and out of nowhere at times can cause you problems and a bit of hurt.
3rd and around 7 for the Alphas. And Seiko trying to run again. Barely getting back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be another punt.
Yeah, again another difficult drive by Scunthorpe.
Will need to be a much better long snap than last time. So a mistake here will definitely be huge, but he gets away well. Around the 40.
Yeah, it's always difficult to get the ball away from ball field position, and unfortunately, in a game like American football, with the offense coming out now, coming out in good field position, it's almost like you've done half the work you needed to get to the end zone. So it's these kind of things really at the moment have been one of the reasons why the Vikings have been sort of on the front foot. Is they've had fantastic field position.
Yeah, at least 2 touchdown scoring drives have started from inside the Alphas territory.
Yep. It's not ideal, but unfortunately that's football, and you've got to handle it, and you've got to make the adjustment.
Run to the right, tackled by Sean Bedford, on 34. Gain of 7 or 8.
Yeah, another good play by the Vikings, and again turning the screw a little bit, and already they're on the ascendancy in their latest drive.
Yeah, they've been getting around the tackles. Those outside zone runs from the quarterback and from the running backs have been very effective so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've got talent across the board, Northumberland, and at the moment they're playing a very good game of football. 17 in motion. And it's 17 who he goes to, and he gets the ball.
He's been a favourite target of the quarterback so far.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, or no, 1 touchdown and a very good play in the top left corner.
Yeah, very effective player. One of many on the Vikings roster. I'd say they're a very talented team.
Multiple GB men's players, I do believe.
Yeah, they're very good program. Actually, never played against them.
Inside run. Tackled 5 yards away from the line to gain.
Yeah, some good work, good play as well by the Vikings offensive line there. Some big guys and some quick guys as well on there.
Yeah, that's the difference really between a good team and a poor team. An offensive line that is large enough to make the blocks, but also athletic enough to get downfield. That's
it. And see the Alphas guys as well. A lot of guys in the Alphas offensive line are able to make them plays as well. But yeah, it goes to when you get to levels like this. Got really good coaching. Tell just by sort of reading the offensive line that they're well coached.
Another big gap. Thomas Newman, Gaz Hughes on the tackle. Timeout for Scunthorpe.
Yeah, your coach Robson will see that this is the time to talk to the guys. You know, again, the punt, not getting out of Alpha's territory. The Vikings exploited that over the last 3 to 4 plays, and then we find themselves first down and within striking range again. And you know, should this go in, should there be another 2-pointer following that, that's 30-0, and I think Alex Robson will be doing everything he can now to just sort of make sure the defence know what they're doing and they're in the best position to prevent that.
It's first and goal now from the 10-yard line.
Yeah, big play needed by the Alphas here. They're going to need all the experienced guys to come up trumps. Guys like Gaz Hughes, Jeff Merkelis, guys like that who've been in this countless times before. Those are the players that you need to draw on.
.17 on my left here. He's been the danger man so far.
Yeah, he's a very good player, and like you said, he's definitely the favoured target. I mean, number 7, he's takes the ball forward there, straight down the centre, and again, he's number 7. He's putting some miles on the ground already today.
Yeah, a lot of pulls from the guard and tackles. It's misdirections that have been causing the Alpha's defensive line some issues.
Number 7 again, motoring through.
It's a good goal line stop there. Making it 3rd down.
Here we go again, 3rd down, back to the line. Vikings in the red zone.
Assumingly they'll be going for it on 4th down as well, so 2 more tries to gain this only 3 yards. Incompletion. Another target for 15. We got the 2nd touchdown of the day.
Yeah. Moving into to 4th down, which I fully expect Vikings OC to be instructing his offense to stay out on the field for this and try and get in a what would be a 4th or 5th score.
I think 4th score.
Here we go.
14 in motion, low snap. Great stop from the Alpha's defence. One of the first majorly positive plays. Flagged down now.
Yeah, I just hope that's a flag on the Vikings because that was a a very good play by the Alphas, and it's exactly what they need, and it's a confidence boost, certainly after what's been going on so far in the game.
Yeah, I mean, 2 goal line stands in a row, actually. They could have had an extra 2 touchdowns. The Vikings have been in good positions. There've been the interception and that 4th down stop.
Yeah, that was I'd say that's more like it from the Alphas D. Very good defensive unit, and like I say, it's an uncharacteristically slow start by them. But that's exactly the plays that we've led to see really this season so far from them.
Pass now for the Alphas. Jack Patterson with the reception, catches it. Gain of 5 yards. Run down the middle. Nice kept by Canseco actually for the 1st down. Good read option there. Another run. Moving the ball a bit better now. These gains of 3 yards. First down for the Alphas. Adam Woodall on the screen. That's been the go-to play for the Alphas so far. Third down and short. Run up the middle. Surely a first down now. Yeah, second first down of the drive for the Alphas. It's been a bit better. Another timeout.
See, Coach Bone will be going through instruction as well with decent field position here, making they do the right things, and plenty of weapons on offense bring into the game. Lately spoken about guys, ball players.
The Alpha's best chance of scoring so far. They've not really got nowhere near the red zone yet.
No. Baker again.
Taking the hand off and throwing it away. Not liking what you're seeing. Good pass rush from the Vikings though.
Yeah, very good. Obviously that's the focus on so far is putting pressure on. And if they do put pressure on, horses can take it at times to sort of boot out and try and bring something in, but as we've seen countless times at the moment, They go forced out to those edges. Off.
Gain of 1 yard on second down. 3rd and long.
Yeah, unfortunately, what was a good position now is quickly turned into the decisive play needed.
Not really close to field goal range either. As they go with a lot of time. Still going. Throws. Incomplete.
Yeah, again. Down it here. Brought up to 4th down. Done their word have come.
Injury timeout. Vikings play it down. I think the offense will stay out. Not really in, well, not in field goal range, but also not. Give it a 3rd down. I think there's a flag on the play. There must have been.
If that's the case, then yeah, we take it. But I mean, had it even been a 4th down, in this situation, you probably would go for it.
Yeah, it's not too close to punt, too far to kick. Points needed for the Alphas, down 22. It's a 3rd manageable.
Yeah, and I think Alphas obviously will be realising that they've technically got nothing to lose. Yes, they would like to win the division, I'm sure, but they're guaranteed playoff football, and with this being technically the final game of the season, because the Bolton Spartans game is obviously awarded a 1-0 walkover win on the last day of the season. Yeah, Alphas really haven't got anything to lose here.
Screen to Patterson. And a 1st down.
Yeah, Patterson, tenacious running again, and that signature sort of pinball move. Current score just coming to us as well in this division. Yorkshire Rams are currently 42-0 up against Darlington. Thank you. Shout out to Jamie Sill for that.
Quarterback keeper.
Yep. Seiko obviously ball forward for a minor gain.
Six or 7 to go here on second down. Alpha's into the red zone for the first time in the game. We'll see what they can do. Try and wait for them with press coverage. That's not normally a good idea. Seiko back to pass.
Looking, yeah.
It's a bit of a throwaway. Viking down in the field, number 95.
Yeah, see what Seiko was trying to do there. Didn't come off.
Vikings player walking off.
Third down then. The Alpha's in good territory. Hopefully we can make good use of this.
Yeah, press coverage again against Ryan Wakeland. Looks for the fade.
Looks for Wakeland, and it's interception by the Viking.
Another disappointing moment in the game. It's 21. Gets it near halfway.
Yeah, it was a shame. Look at that. Seiko, knew where he was going. Ryan Wakeland as well, looking for the ball, and unfortunately picked off by 21, and a sizable return as well out to the 50. It's a disappointing way to end that drive, because a few good little things that the Alphas are putting together, and the one thing you do want to see is, as you're marching down the field, the goal line in sight. But unfortunately, there we are. We're back to it, and the Vikings are back on the field.
Another run down the middle. Good tackle by Walker, maybe? Completion to number 14. He's still going. Evading multiple tackles there. Pushed out of bounds for a big gain. Yeah, 25.
Great running. Big strong lad, that guy. He's got the ball in well, and momentum sort of kept him going as well. But he was able to evade a few tackles, and it was a very big gain as well, and another very good play from what is turning into a very good afternoon for Northumberland Vikings.
The Alphas in need of another big goal line stop, which they've done the last two drives.
Yep, it's been some of the few positives so far this afternoon.
And completion over the middle to number 15. Complaining to the refs about something.
Yeah, number 15 again being the better players as well on show today. Bible, he's had a good first half. Motion to the right and wait.
Yeah, ball touched the ground.
Third down then. Want to be adding another score before the half.
Yeah, it's going to be fourth down territory again. They've got two attempts to gain this 10 yards. 4 receivers out wide. A lot of time in the pocket. Scrambles to his left. Throws back again.
Yeah, very close. Very close.
Yeah, 89 with a good attempt. Stopped by Davidas.
Fourth down. Like you said before, Jay, I think the maybe the lack of kicking options on the Vikings will probably bring up another attempt to go for it here.
Yeah, it'll be if they don't complete this time, it'll be 3 in a row. They've got to good areas without scoring, which with the Alphas would probably be at least 9 points on the field.
Yeah, so offense stays out, and Bulmer prepares to dispatch another throw. Oh, he's off again. And that's another interception. Yeah.
Alex Bruce this time.
Yes. 2 picks for the Alphas today. Some of the positives we've got to speak to, really. One for Hughes, one for Bruce.
Yeah, keeping the Alphas in the game would have been 18 more points on the board if without these big goal line stands.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's not terminal. It's only 22 points so far. Like I've touched on before, the Alphas have got a lot of good players on that roster, players who can turn it around. So these, despite being a disappointing afternoon so far for the Alphas, these moments at the moment are they can keep them in the game. They can keep the score respectable, and it gives the team still a chance to get back into the game.
Seemingly kneeling it out for half time.
Yeah, signals half time. Yeah, thank you for joining us. The first half at Quibble Park Stadium. As you can see on your screen, Scunthorpe Alphas currently trailing 22-0 to Northumberland Vikings. All scores coming in the first quarter. A bit of a uncharacteristic performance by the Alphas in the first quarter, but a few glimpses of encouragement, a couple of picks, and a couple of encouraging offensive plays means the score is still within reach as we head into the half.
And that's half time, so we'll now be doing the end of season raffle draw. There are 5 prizes up for grabs. If you hear your colour and number, please come to the tallow booth to collect your prize. And the first ticket is pink 436. That's pink 436. Second ticket is pink 305. That's pink 305. Third ticket is blue 299. Blue 299. The fourth ticket is yellow 377. That's yellow 377.
Welcome back to the second half. Alpha's currently 22-0 down to the Northumberland Vikings. Vikings kicking off to Alphas in what will be a very important drive to set the precedence for the second half. Ball's caught by David Merkulis. Whistle on the field though. Blown dead by the other referees. I'm not sure why though. Once again, not being able to hear the referees is making this quite hard to ascertain what they're on about. Alpha's offence coming out anyway. Got Jake Hussein at quarterback, Jacob Brown, Joe Bradley, Martin Brearley, George Fear, Dan Hickson, Jack Patterson, Mike Sison, Dan Coombe, Ryan Wakely and Adam Woodall. No injuries so far for the Alphas. A few changes been made. Not really sure what's going on.
Yeah, we need a big second half here now, Jay, I think, with the Alphas.
I think they're redoing the kickoff. Not sure why.
Players.
Maybe something wasn't ready. Vikings to kick off again.
Ball dropped there by Merkulis.
A bit of a mix-up.
All of a sudden.
It's done well there to bring it past the 25.
Yeah, it was maybe a bit of a miscommunication there by two guys in the backfield. Obviously, Merkulis did collect the ball and good return in the end out of imminent danger, but still not a favourable starting position for the Alphas offence.
Yeah, it's going to be another big drive. They've often been the opposite to the Vikings, not having good field position at the start of their drives.
Team Merkulis returned one before many moons ago.
It's a dangerous weapon offensively and defensively.
Jack Patterson there.
Football's out. Not sure what they're calling. I think they're calling
that interception.
Patterson down. I think it's a fumble. He was sort of. They didn't blow it dead. He wasn't really going anywhere. And fumbles the ball, picked up by the Rams. And another a poor start in a half that they needed to start quickly.
Yeah, disappointing start again by the Alphas there. Just other also dip out again there and a fumble from the play by Patterson actually. A couple of yards as well, and it was there.
First down, I think.
First down and powerful running, but yeah, ball zipped out there. I mean, couldn't really see what had happened initially, but yeah, another disappointing start to the half, and Vikings as well capitalising on the field position as well here.
Gain of 1 there from the Vikings on first down. Got tripped up by his own man at the start of the run. Dropping back to pass. 17 with an acrobatic attempt. Doesn't pull it off though. Third down and long yardage, 9 yards to get for the Vikings, who are in decent territory again.
Yeah, it's out, but if it's anything, first half is anything to go by, the Vikings. So, be potentially another 2 plays that have to hold off if the Alphas are successful there.
And a big tackle for loss there.
Yeah, good work by the defensive line.
Davidas again.
Yeah, he held number 7, who was the ball carrier there, just hesitant. He just jockeyed with the ball a minute, which gave Merkelis in the advanced defensive line as well just time to sort of get on the ball and snuff the play out. And good defensive work there on third down by the Alphas.
Looks like it will be a punt, trying to pin the Alphas back, short yardage. It's only on 37, so it'll have to be a well-aimed punt. So, they're happy to let it go out at the back of the end zone.
Sice on backfield. 7.
Flag down on the play.
Yeah, if you're just joining us in the third quarter in the BAFANL NFC 1 Central, Scunthorpe Alphas trail Northumberland Vikings by 22 points to 0. All Vikings scores come in the first quarter, but it's been a bit of a hit and miss game so far for the Alphas. Some positives, several interceptions made by Alex Bruce and Gaz Hughes in the first half, but not a lot to sing by in the first quarter, especially by the offense, Jay.
No, I mean, it's been a slightly damaged limitation by the defence with 3 big stops that were very good point scoring opportunities for the Vikings. Nothing really going for the Alphas. The one drive they did have get into the red zone was an unfortunate interception by Joe Canseco, aiming for Wakeland on the fade, just undershot it slightly and picked off by number 21, the safety. So a slow offensive performance, a fake punt, and he won't get it. Good tackle by Dino, that is. Oh no, sorry, Nick Tomaszewski. Close to the first down marker, but it's going to be the Alphas to bring the offense back out after a 3 and out. So positive defensive showing.
Yeah, just short of the marker there for the first. Yeah, maybe you're obviously right with what you were saying about the Vikings not having kicking game, opting to bait that.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a tough punt to make to try and keep in bounds, and yeah, only on the 35-ish yard, so it's worth the attempt, especially being 22 points ahead with Alphas needing to win by 12 to win the division.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously prior to kickoff, the 12-point advantage for win for the Alphas would see them win the division, but it's looking like a tall ask at the moment. And as the game rolls on, it's probably not at the forefront of the mind at the moment.
No, it won't. 5-yard loss there. Mike Sison on the outside run, coming from the motion. You need a big yardage play. It's a handoff to Patterson. Good block on the outside from Woodall.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag down.
Just hope this isn't against us, because again, Jack Patterson with some good running.
Yeah, getting about 16 yards there and picking up the first down. It looks like they'll be going back. think they're calling a block in the back on number 8 Adam Woodall. Harsh call, I think.
Just yeah, unfortunate, I'm afraid. Yeah, and back we come. Again, Alfred offense not really helping themselves in this situation. And again, back play where Jack Patterson picks up potentially quite a few yards there.
Yeah, it's a 3rd and 20 plus.
Yeah.
2nd and 20 plus, sorry. For the Alphas, so a really tough situation to be in.
The handoff straight away there, and
another
ball
big
carrier
loss.
It's just snuffed out almost immediately.
Number 18.
And again, it's unfortunately another series for the offense that is just faltering.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be almost a Hail Mary attempt to get the first down, around 30 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Andy Bagnall make these a few times. Never seen Kinteko do it, but having said that, you know, he's only just stepped into his quarterback shoes over the last couple of games.
Got to be looking at Wakeland first as he rolls to his right. He goes down for a tackle for loss.
It just shows the pressure that the Vikings know that they get out there and they're on their edges, and Kinteko, he does like to boot out. He does go to the right, he does go to the left, he tries to look for his other options. Unfortunately, Vikings seems to be exploiting that at the moment.
Yeah, he did well extending the play against the Rams in the last game, but today it's not worked as well. Good pressure from the Vikings, and it's going to be a dangerous punt with the punter around Wakeland being right on the back of the end zone.
Yeah, and it's happened times, not in terms of Wakeland out the back of the end zone, but certainly Alpha's trying to sort of punt the ball out of danger to what will eventually be, I'm sure, some...
Gets it away well. It's high and out at around the 25.
Good catch by former player Martin Gregory on the sideline there.
So it's red zone already, a red zone start for the Vikings, which they'll be thinking about points again, but the Alphas have been, that's probably the only positive, their ability to stop the Vikings in these sort of situations.
It has, yeah. I mean, they've actually succeeded more in preventing the Vikings from scoring in these positions. I mean, certainly in that second quarter, there was a couple of occasions where they did stop them. But regardless, you know, the Vikings will be relishing coming on the field in such favourable position. But we do know, like I say, that the Alphas have got experienced players out there who would have faced this situation countless times before.
Another run, stopped well. It's going to be a loss of around 5. Not sure who it was on the tackle. I think it was Thomas Noom again, who's having a solid day. Maybe not as good as last week, but that'd been hard to shine in a 22-0 loss so far.
Yeah, obviously Tom Noom. But definitely player since last had a session on commentary. Guy who's done particularly well. Had a sort of pretty poor Doncaster Mustangs team at the moment, which is a pretty fair comment to make. Made big waves in his last game, and I think he's well-earned start really for him today.
Good pressure from the Alphas again. Forcing the quarterback to throw it away.
Here's Newton with good running there to chase Bulmer out of play.
And the Vikings offense faltering again in this red zone situation.
It's the kind of defensive work that will keep the coaches encouraged, though. I mean, 22-0, it's not a... seen teams come back from bigger deficits.
Yeah, it's a 3-score game for the Alphas, and it's definitely doable. I've seen them score 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter this season.
Yeah, I mean,
albeit against a weaker opponent, but they've got 1 and 3 quarters.
Yeah,
to do this. Ball gone deep. Oof.
far away.
No, just incomplete to number 14.
Shows you as well the arm that ball as well. It's countless. Made a few long plays and made a... good test today for the Alphas. Talking about the playoffs, which guaranteed to win to Northumberland Vikings. Arguably sort of regarded as top team in Division 1. You know, you're looking at other teams like Nottingham Caesars. I think today could be potentially the strongest team that the Alphas would come up against in Division 1.
Yeah, missing a few players. Obviously, Andy Bagnall out for the rest of the season is a big loss to the defence as well, with Joe Canseco having to leave the linebacker position to play quarterback, and Lewis Truman, a big weapon for the offence, out as well, back for the playoffs hopefully.
Yeah, and I think, to be fair, the few more guys who were missing over the last 2 games against Yorkshire Rams, which kind of, if anything, added a bit of gloss to the performance, because some of the other guys who maybe not have been playing as much have obviously come in there and stepped up to the plate. But I know Truman did get, I think he did get a score at Druid Park in the return fixture against the Vikings. So he was a player who obviously knows what it feels like to score a touchdown against Northumberland. So again, yeah, another player who's missed today.
Alpha's stepping offside there, but without the snap, no flag. Sending a lot of pressure, defended well. At the top, hitting the receiver.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot big distraction, but
yeah, there was
Gaz Hughes holding his ribs there. Probably should have been caught by the receiver.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good, relatively good series there by the Alphas as well. I mean, the pressure they brought on there was very good. Tomaszewski, again, in his usual missile fashion, getting onto the quarterback. But yeah, I mean, the offensive line is for Vikings is top rate, and obviously Bulmer still had ample opportunity there to get the ball away, which he did, and eventually he ended up in a reception.
Yeah, the offense coming out. They really need to score now. With so most times they've had a series, but without a score yet, it's the possibility of making this comeback is decreasing every single time.
Yeah, it's a big ask, but I spoke to players at half time. Said to them as well as like scores over by. Certainly we're now in that territory where if we're going to put something away, we're going to put it away now. Third quarter. Favourite place to start that run, should they have the ability to make it.
And Seiko now with a lot of pressure in his face, throws a screen to Patterson, but with a lot of defenders in the way, it's tough throw and a tough catch to make, which he sadly didn't. Third down now and 7 yards for the Alphas. It's another huge third down for them.
Yeah, it is. Canseco again, I'm into pedal back, trying to look for the open man, and unfortunately not happening once again. But, again, he's a man who can make these plays, and I've seen it happen before, so more than capable of getting out of trouble and finding his man.
2 running backs.
Patterson.
Give me to Patterson.
Ball and Patterson, brilliant.
Yeah, a really good first down there. Probably the best play for the Alphas offense of the day.
Yeah, it was. As he got the ball, just skipping straight through the middle there, and I think, to be fair, it looked like a couple of the Vikings players were sort of slow to react to who actually had the ball there, and Patterson making that first down, and we've got a man down on the field.
Yeah, first time I've seen that look from the Alphas today, I think, and it worked well. Vikings not being able to react, as you said, and Jack Patterson bursting down the middle. A risky call on third down as well. Third down and quite a few yards to call the run is risky, putting a lot of faith in Patterson to make that.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly, like I said, the down people most sort of think to getting the ball in the quarterback's hands and sort of looking for a target downfield or, but it was, Jack Patterson's one of them dependable guys. I know Coach Bagnall trusts him. Not only the Alphas, previously put the Bombers together, so he's a guy who I'm sure he trusts situations like that to get them out of trouble. Gain there, bringing up next set of downs, which I think.
Fresh set of downs for the Alphas. 2 running backs in again. TikTok Dan Coombe to the right of the quarterback. Lead blocking
Off to
Jack Patterson. Bounced off a tackler for a 6-yard gain. Another positive play.
Patterson going through he's also a player who not only can power the edges as well, pivot, he can pinball off players as well. He's tackle going in, he can still manoeuvre his body around to sort of make an extra yard or two. Massive fan of Jack Patterson.
Some misdirection there, miscommunication, sorry, from Canseco. Flagged down on the field.
Out on left hand side and going out, and like you say, probably a miscommunication. Maybe even potentially fine. They flagged down on the play.
Alpha's offensive line moving back. Not sure what the call was. Maybe a holding. Looks like they're going back 10 yards.
Yeah, and unfortunately, disappointing after certainly a good couple of games by the Alphas.
I think it's a false start, actually. They've only moved back 5. 11 yards to gain on second downer. Quarterback keeps it. Goes it out wide. Would have been a tough catch for Max Tyson to make. It's not the best position to be putting your receiver in there. Almost a throw away from Joe.
Yeah, it's hard to make there and trying to get it in there, but incomplete. Again, rolling third quarter, still with that penalty giving us what we're about 11 yards to make up.
Pitch to Patterson, and he's still going, picking up a lot of the yardage needed. Seemingly 2 yards off, I think.
Yeah, tenacious run again by Jack Patterson. I think we're just short of the. There's the 4th yard sign comes up. 4th down sign comes up. We're probably about 4 yards off. So offense stay out.
Trips to the right for the Alphas. It's another run. Jack Patterson up the middle. Got good space, and he's gained a lot more than just the first down there.
Yeah, he's been, by far the brightest player, not only on Alphas but on the field in this second half. He's made play after play, and if the Alphas are to capitalise, so that's down to Jack Patterson's running at the moment.
Yeah, he had a really good second half against the Rams in the last game with a lot of good runs, and he's doing the same thing again today. As he gains maybe 1 on the first down run.
Well, the important thing here is they are rolling. So 30-yard line.
Trips to the right again for the Alphas. Jack Patterson in the backfield to Joe's left. It's going to be a free play.
Yeah. Seiko's still going. He's
Throws up a prayer. Adam Woodall can't bring it down. Looks like an offside call.
Yeah, it looked like the linebackers there made a little early jump through the line of scrimmage. So yeah, like you say, free play. Vikings going back. That's called out by the refs.
Second down and short yardage. Alpha's back in the red zone for only the second time in the game, which has been disappointing for him. Joe Canseco, keeper, number 18, with another good play. He's having a good game so far, especially in the second half.
Yeah. I thought that they played that off to Patterson again, but yeah, Canseco keeping the ball and number 18 straight through on him, and unfortunately we go again, third down.
Quick pass out wide to Mike Sison. Wrapped up well. Still 4 or 5. That's the gain. 4th down now. I think the Alphas will stay on the field.
Yeah, they've got to go through it. Really, regardless. Player football guaranteed, so why not have a shot at it and see if we can get a score.
Pitch to Jack Patterson. Wrapped up well again. Number 19 this time. Yeah,
unfortunately, we can see what he was doing there. Patterson, as soon as he received the ball, he just had 2 of those defenders bearing down on him, and it was only a matter of seconds before he was going to be on the floor. Limping out as well, Patterson, which is
a scary sign. He's been the main contributor from the Alphas, and especially in the second half.
Yeah, it's a disappointing end to that drive because it was positive signs as well, certainly from the Alphas' run game with Patterson. So to finish up with no score at the end of that series was a little disappointing, but some positives at least. Sage.
Big throw. Number 17 again, but unlike the last time, he can't bring it down. I think out of bounds as well if he did make it.
Yeah. Bit of a tenacious throw by Bulmer, but particularly good.
looking for the screen to number 14, who drops the ball. That's
Yeah.
poor play from 14. I've not seen many mistakes from the Vikings, but that was poor.
Yeah, it was. These things happen in football. Understand what they were doing. And 14, had he caught the ball in a bit of space there, he could have capitalised. But yeah, I mean, these things happen.
Third down and 10 for the Vikings. Definitely not fourth down territory at this point in the game. Goes for across the middle.
Yeah.
Number 17, and Nick Tomaszewski was there. Even if he did catch it, he would have laid him out pretty
Straight
quickly.
into territory of the Jewish jet fighter, Nick Tomaszewski. It's always cautious throwing it straight down the middle, but he is a linebacker will come forward and stick you in the throat if you can. Yeah, he was managed to sort of add the pressure there, and there we are. Very quick series there by the Vikings as their offense goes off the field.
Really not moving the ball since that first quarter very well. They've had a lot of possessions in good positions to start with, and not made much of it.
Yeah, like I said, first half, I've seen this happen countless times in Brit Ball. Been in games like this myself, where one team has all of a sudden powered away in the first quarter, got 3 or 4 scores on the board, and then they've not managed to capitalise on anything for quite a lot of the rest of the game. Which games like this is really, to be fair, like where the Alphas could be trying to sniff out a bit of blood and see if they can capitalise themselves, but it's, they need to obviously come together and make sure that happens, else obviously eventually the Vikings, I can see maybe scoring another.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. A team of this quality, that you can't rely on them just not scoring. The offense has been poor today, and it's not put any pressure on the fact that the Vikings haven't scored since the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with the Alphas, I mean, can't sort of be criticised them too much in terms of, it's we're not used to obviously seeing Scunthorpe 0 on the prompter there at the bottom, but as a team and as a collective group, they've been fantastic this season. They've astounded people, really. They've proved a lot of doubters wrong. I've got a lot of admiration for the guys who are out there on the field at the moment, because they've up against a bit of adversary over the last sort of 18 months especially, and they've been they've been brilliant this year.
Yeah, I think that's almost why it's such a shock to us at the moment. The fact that they're not moving the ball as well as they usually are, it's a big shock, and for them to be playing as sort of poorly as this, not what we used to seeing.
Yeah, it's for obviously the second season really technically in British American football, and the first in the first division, and to be competing against teams like Northumberland Vikings is good return there.
Yeah, Mike Tyson took a hit right at the start of the catch, and a bit of a scuffle on the sideline there. A Vikings player pushing an Alphas player to the floor after the play, right into the Alpha sideline. Joe Canseco not happy at all down in that bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, a bit of
afters.
Bit of after. You get it in the sport, and I miss these days.
Yeah, Joe Canseco's still not happy. Helmet off. Wasn't quite sure what happened there, but even though he wasn't involved in the plays,
I think it's obviously
very upset.
From where we're viewing it, I think obviously the play had gone behind the sort of huddle of the Alphas players, so cameras didn't really pick up the contact. But as you say, Canseco is he's not happy.
Oh wow! Looking at the film here, I'm not sure what number it was. A number in the 70s just runs straight over to the Alpha sideline and shoves the player. That's
to be quite honest with you, having seen that, looks like the play was dead, and one of the Vikings players looked like he got bull charged the Alpha sideline. So
very odd.
Very odd. And to be honest with you, without swearing, absolutely stupid thing to do on the field. Not too sure what the refs would do, but
surely he can't be going unpunished after that, because I'm not sure if anything was said. Didn't look like anything had happened between them two during the play.
I don't know, but I mean,
straight over.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I could understand Canseco being angry at that. It's sort of behaviours like that on the field at times are certainly. So I think at the moment, obviously, Alex Robson just talking to his guys, making sure they sort of regain focus. So you can say Kobe in QB1, he's the one who you want the field in the right headspace right now.
You want your QB1 to be relaxed. You don't want him to be.
Not too sure.
Maybe for a linebacker that would work, but he needs to get out of that frame of mind.
Yeah. I mean, I would be absolutely fuming myself at that play if I was on the sideline. Not really sort of things in football you want to see. But as we looked at the replay that was put past to us, as we were in commentary, it did look like, as the play was dead, sort of Vikings player decided to sort of, run at pace as well into the Alpha sideline. So,
Yeah, and the Alpha's player looked pretty defenceless at that point. It's not like it was...
I mean, it's like it's almost intentional targeting. But
I can see Warwick down there talking to the refs with a member of the medical team. I'm not sure who got hurt.
So we're still having a hold up now. The Vikings coaching staff are speaking to the referees. Yep. So just after looking at the replay there, checking the Vikings roster, number 56, Robbie Brunton, with what I can describe here as a bonehead play. Absolutely sort of running in from 10 yards, targeting one of the defenceless Alphas players on the sideline. So, not what you want to see on a football field. But at the moment, it doesn't look like, after much deliberation, that the referees have ejected him. But yeah, if although I think one of the referees is now going to come across to the Alpha sideline potentially. Patterson there with some good yards. Obviously, hopefully that incident recently may have galvanised the Alphas a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Sison at QB.
I think potentially Canseco's sort of headspace at the moment. It's Sison's another guy who can step in at QB, which he makes Wakeling now. With
Sison, a former quarterback of the Bombers, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Very capable, making a good throw there.
So we've just learned as well that because although our replays did confirm obviously the number of the Vikings player, number 56 Brunson, which means that the referees can't eject him because they didn't see what the number of the player on the jersey. So unfortunately the game carries on, and the intentional target in there has obviously gone unpunished. But Alphas will continue to mount a challenge here to try and get back into the game.
Yeah, and Mike Sison, first two passes both completed to Ryan Wakeling, who's a player the Alphas really need to get into the game if they're going to have any chance of a comeback, or even just to score. It's good that he's getting in.
It's, like I say, things like this, when your team get riled up and when something happens, I mean, it can act as actually a bit of a positive spin here. It's not something you want to see in a game like this, because I actually think both teams have played this game up until then in a really good spirit. But
David Ash there on the sideline, pointing to who I assume must be number 56 that we've mentioned, does not look happy. And
yeah, I think although it's
for good reason.
Been there myself, although it's tempting to try and sort of target the person who may have made that play, it doesn't help the team in this situation, and you've got to be smart when it comes to this. So midway inside the third quarter here, Vikings still up 22-0, and Alphas looks like flag on a play on fourth down, which is again essentially going to see Vikings offense come on. So back.
So a great throw there by Sison, great improvisation. Jack Patterson's still going down the field with a big gain. Another great play from Sison at QB. This potentially free up Joe Canseco at linebacker?
Yeah, potentially does. So you said it earlier, Sison able to play in there. Yeah, I think in the current circumstances, an angry Joe Canseco moving back to linebacker, potentially one of the things you want to see on the field. Plays it the game within the confines of the law, yeah.
Mike Green out the right. Check into the game.
Here we go then, first quarter.
Key special teams player.
Scunthorpe Alphas, ever since really that hit, been, like you say, galvanised. I think we're going to head into the fourth quarter now. Here we go then, Alpha's fourth quarter, and in the red zone. It's probably the most favourable position we've had the Alphas in all game.
Yeah, about 8 yards to gain, first and goal.
Low snap, unfortunately, there by Brearley. Unfortunately, Sison having to sort of pick the ball out of the dirt. And obviously, when you got your eyes down on the ground there, it's always hard work.
Yeah, number 95 with a very good play. He's a big man, and he's had a good game today. So was 18, especially, that I've noticed. Yeah, not a favourable position to be handing the ball off there. Tackles within seconds.
Sison
rolling away off the back foot, throws it away. Good decision.
Here we go then, third down, Scunthorpe Alphas. Really better snap this time. Sison rolling out, and
good catch by Wakeland. Probably gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not ideal, but did well to come back to the ball and keep the yards rolling.
Couple of sort of unfavourable plays there by the Alphas, but yeah, Sison recovering, sailing that ball out to Wakeland. Probably his only second or third reception in the game.
Yeah, I think he's had 3 on this drive and maybe 1 otherwise. I think it was a screen in the second quarter.
So timeout now is obviously Coach Nick Bagnall will want to be priming his offence. In a good position at the moment, and this could be the first real opportunity now for the Alphas to strike in what has pretty much been a sort of a difficult day really for the Alphas.
Martin Brearley in the tent now. I think it's Joe Hickson, I think, at centre at the moment, which may explain some of the low snaps. Obviously not been playing all game, so
Be Dan Hickson potentially.
Sorry, Joe Bradley.
Joe Bradley. Yeah, I mean, Joe's a decent round defensive lineman.
Yeah, very capable centre.
Ex Premier Division player in Merseyside, so he's been in these positions before.
Good snap. And I mean, Sison off the back foot.
Yeah.
Cost him that it would have been tough, even with the reception, to get into the end zone on that fourth down. And the Vikings offense comes out again. They were last stepping onto the field for the first time since taking that hit. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope there's no more sort of malice in any of the plays. So that the rest of the game is sort of played in the good spirit that it has all been, other than those.
Inside run, stop well.
It's,
not back to the line of scrimmage.
Is see, just as he handed it off anyway, that play was collapsing. Good work by the Alpha's defence there.
Yeah, they've been a strong unit since the first quarter. They've not really given up anything. They've had a good game despite the scoreline.
Yeah, as well, the Alpha's D-line said in the Rams game, it's almost been a bit of a patchwork D-line this year, other than your ends, Marshall and Sowerby, the two lads who've come in to replace the injured Hickson and the outgoing Ryan McKenzie have been superb. I think it's Cam Belkin and Hamilton they've stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, I agree. Third down and about 13 yards for the Vikings, so another relatively unsuccessful drive so far, and a big third down.
Yeah, it is, but obviously the DBs will want to be very wary of the arm that Bulmer's got. He's
they're going to take a shot here. I'm sure of that.
Certainly accustomed to getting the ball out very quickly and getting the ball downfield.
Going to run with it. Attempts to throw over to 17. It's unsuccessful, and one unit will come out.
Yep, it's another quick drive really from the Vikings. Good work from the Alphas D, and I suppose you've got to bemoan that first quarter, because really, to be fair, other than that, not really been too much to separate the two teams.
Looks like Braley's able to enter the field as well, which is a good sign for the Alphas offense.
Yeah, Braley, obviously more veteran players, big centre for Scunthorpe Alphas. Sort of every game session down there in the first aid box. On the way there by
number 14, I think it was.
14, yeah.
Yeah, he sort of teased the fake punt on the run, and it's not a great punt overall. About to the 35, which is a territory the Vikings have been used to starting in this game.
Yeah, it's as we'll see now what the shoe looks like on the other foot, with the Alphas offense coming out into a favourable starting position.
Yeah, you'd think that this is. I mean, the comeback is unlikely anyway, but if not on this drive, then I think it'll be too tall of an order to make.
Yeah, I think it's obviously the clock's running out. I think Coach Robertson will probably be. I don't want to use the word satisfied, because I know he's a coach that wants to win games, as they all are, all the players and all the people involved in the Alphas. But I would say to get a score in the game would at least add something to the performance today, because, like I said, other than the first quarter where all Northumberland's points came in, it's been a pretty dogged but sort of neatly contested game between the two teams.
Yeah, Ryan Wakeling with his fifth reception there on the screen. I think that'll be key for the Alphas. Sison maybe not as he's a good quarterback, but you want him moving around, quick easy throws to the weapons straight away.
Yeah,
you see him rolling that here, launches one deep and picked off again. 21 with his second interception of the game in a similar location to his first.
Yeah, it was
thrown up for Mike Green, I think.
A good attempt for Sison. I was unlucky. I think it's obviously as it came down, you'd see where the Alpha's receiver was placed in the end zone, and you knew that he probably wasn't in the position that Sison had hoped he would. But it was a tall order, a tall ask. Unfortunately, didn't come off.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating day for the Alphas offensively. Getting in solid locations and making these mistakes, not converting on 4th down. Obviously, those points conceded in the first quarter have meant they've been chasing all game. There's 9, great run down the outside, picking up 25 maybe.
Another sort of example there of some superb running that the Vikings have got in their arsenal. It's I mean, like I said, the Vikings are a very good team, and they've done enough in that first quarter to obviously win the game. Just going through the motions a little bit now. Is there a flag on the play there, Jay?
Yeah, it looks like the Vikings offense will move back 5 yards. Alpha showing a lot of pressure.
Motion again, and just number 17.
Good play, Alex Bruce. He's having a good game. Interception, and then a nice trip on that tackle.
Yeah, Bruce is another player as well over the last sort of year to 18 months who's just made big strides in his performance, big strides in his game. Obviously had a pick to go with another good performance today, despite the result.
Second and 15 for the Vikings. Every first down they make, they're chewing more of the clock away.
Bulmer holding onto the ball and again using his wheels to evade, but there again.
Good play, I think that was Jack Marshall. Got around well, forced him towards the sideline, and then Alex Bruce delivering the final hit. Empty formation. Quarterback running, picking up the first down before pushed out of bounds.
It's a very good move. Bulmer, very good quarterback. He's certainly got the wheels to make the play. Like I said before, seems to sense a bit of danger and very clever to realise when he can sort of get downfield and make them yards up. That's what he does, and very effective.
It was a big threat in the first game at the Vikings Stadium, and he's threatening the Alphas in the same way he did then. Alphas player down on the sideline. I'm not sure who it is though.
It's like the rain is starting to come down now a little bit.
Run to number 8. Gains 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, he's another player as well who's had a good day.
Looks like Joe Canseco in at linebacker now. Obviously a natural in that position.
Yeah, Canseco. He's been obviously the QB1 over the last 3 games in for Bagnall, but yeah, he's naturally a linebacker. Starred as a linebacker last year for the Alphas in Division 2. Obviously former Mexico international in his youth. Played for the Sealand Seahawks as well in the game in Reykjavik.
Flag down on the play.
Yeah, Bulmer obviously looking for that initial pass, sort of hesitating when the options closed, and in the end booting and obviously throw the ball out.
Second and long. Bournemouth to throw. No catch. Wasn't far away from the receiver, but knocked. He was knocked as he was trying to catch it, and yeah, it would have been a tough play to make.
Bulmer evading the outstretched arms there of Marshall, and
Fourth down still.
Yeah, 4th down.
I assume they'll punt her, but I think it is too late for a late Alphas comeback.
Yeah, definitely too late now. I say the guys will be focused on just trying to get a few points on the board, which, to be honest with you, I can't remember the last time they failed to score in a game.
Definitely not for this season or last season.
In potentially associate season, potentially. I think they during the COVID season, I think they still put points on the board against it seems like the Nottingham Caesars back in 2021.
Also be the first Alphas home defeat in 2 years as well.
Yeah, I think the last one was a defeat at home to the Nottingham Caesars in that sort of bizarre COVID year. Obviously, the Alphas went through the
with the mixed.
That was it. Yeah, I think they had a
mixed ability division.
Associate season, which led into that first year of COVID with no competition, that led into the 2021 when it was the Knights, the Caesars, the South Links Lightning, and I can't even remember who the other team was. Northants Knights, I think.
We all miss you too, Charlie Wilson. Hopefully, if we have a home playoff game at some point, but definitely for next season. Number 14 to punt now.
Solid punt.
I think the previous punt was pulled back and redone.
Sort of going towards number 8. Yeah, Davidas, Lithuanian Jeff Merkley. Yeah, you're down deep in the fourth. Alpha's offense about to come out on the field.
Despite the game probably being over, I think it would be nice for the shutout to be lifted and for points to be put on the board. Because, I mean, the Alphas haven't played brilliantly, but I don't think the 22-0 scoreline really reflects the game, especially defensively.
I think Alphas they've been really good in certain phases of the game. They've not really created enough chances clearly to win the game. They've come close in terms of being in the right end of the field on several occasions, but I think Vikings' first quarter performance was certainly very good. It's certainly very fitting of their number 1 power ranking slot currently on Sportsank, certainly. So I think you've got to obviously give a lot of respect to Vikings and the way they've played in this game, and they've not really had to do too much since that first quarter, and the Alphas have been against it.
Yeah, the Vikings have been able to sit back and defend pretty comfortably. Not really using much on offense since that first quarter, but they haven't needed to. But yeah, I think the Alphas on a regular day would have kicked maybe 2 or 3 field goals instead of going for it on 4th down. I'm not sure who that was.
I think there's
Adam Woodall taking a big shot there.
Yeah, there's, like I say, there's certain areas of the game that the Alphas have done really well on. Unfortunately, those aren't the areas where which score your points. I'd probably say a lot of the guys out there would probably feel like they've not played their best game by a long stretch. But I don't think that if you were to look at the scoreline without watching the game today, I don't think you would. I don't think any of the Alphas players would really feel like they've played badly or terribly.
The ball comes out again.
It's certainly not been a performance that's fitting of nil next to the name, but then again,
mistakes like that.
Yeah.
2 fumbles, 2 interceptions, turnovers of not being a regular thing this season for the Alphas, but they've crept into the game today.
Yeah, it's
mostly I'd say forced by the Vikings rather than really poor play from the Alphas.
Yeah, Alphas, like I say, not been at the best, but they've not played a terrible game. Northumberland's first quarter was decisive quarter, and after that, like I say, it's been a bit of a turn affair, but to and fro. But neither teams has had sort of utter domination throughout the second, third, or fourth quarter. But it's like I say, it's those points that win your football games.
Yeah, I'd say the Vikings seem somewhat more comfortable. A play made there, Carden Smith. But yeah, I'd say the standouts for the game have been the Vikings quarterback, number 18 on the Vikings defensive line, Jack Patterson, Alex Bruce for the Alphas, and probably number 17 for the Vikings.
Yeah, I think there's been numerous players all over the field for the Vikings that they've just turned up. They've certainly got some talented players, a couple of GB players in there. And to be fair, they're a very good organisation. So starting their roots as Newcastle Vikings, which is what I first remember them as, and they've merged with Northumberland Lightning, albeit they were a very much smaller Division 2 team at the time, but it kind of adds to their arsenal. They're a decent side, and so they've been one of those Division 1 teams that have been knocking at the door over the past few years. So it's like, I think potentially it's prime time for them to kick on and get the promotion that they've been after for certainly maybe the last sort of 5 or 6 years in Division 1.
I'd say definitely cementing themselves as the bigger team the biggest team in that portion of the country. I'm not.
Yeah,
I may be wrong, but I don't think there's many competitors.
Yeah, I mean, if
up north, apart from Scottish teams. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about, and there we go, number 14 powering through there for a touchdown, and there we go. Counting.
I think a flag may have been thrown.
Like, yeah, I mean, if we're talking about
giving it,
they're giving it.
Yeah,
there we go. It's the actually the first score we've seen since sort of what towards the back end of the first quarter. But fair enough. It's Northumberland out 28-0. As you were saying about teams in the northeast, I think the northeast of England certainly. Like in recent years, DC presidents formed or started, but again, there was a low end Div 2 team, and obviously you've got Darlington in this league. But yeah, I think Northumberland have had the control of that northeast England area for many years.
extra point, the 2-point conversion pending here for the Vikings. Made 2 of the 3 they've attempted so far. Former to pass. Good play, Alex Bruce again.
Yeah.
Breaking up number 15.
I think if the key performers, to be fair, probably for the Alphas today on D&O, you're looking at sort of Alex Bruce and Jack Patterson. Bruce has had a really good game. He's made some telling plays. It's just unfortunate that one of them has ended up really sort of contributing to the overall result on the day, which, you know, what he's doing as best as he can from that position. And yeah, good play there by Bruce. Yeah, the scores mirroring that Nottingham Caesars have beaten Chester Romans by 21 points to 7, which makes them conference champion in the NFC 1 South. Merkelis with the catch there.
Solid return.
Yeah, solid return. I think Jeff, they're picking up probably more yards than he expected to, but again, once a guy, once he gets in his stride, is a powerful guy, he can ride the tackles.
A run for no gain there. I think that's Denzel, the Alphas under 19s player who's playing his first game today in adults football.
It's good. The recruitment then for the academy was positive to see.
Yeah, former Hull Sharks, I believe. It's nice to see him getting his first experience. Good throw there by Mike Syson.
Very good catch.
Caught by the wall, I think. Tyson throwing deep, looking for Tom Coombe. Number 21 nearly with his third interception. Drops the ball and probably out of bounds.
Yeah, you see as sort of Coombe was turning there, he kind of looks like he was sort of backpedaling into falling, and
yeah, may have turned around too early. And another punt for the Alphas.
I think we're going to be close to hearing the 2-minute warning now. There's probably not too much longer left in this one. It's going to be obviously a disappointing sort of end to the regular season today for the Alphas. I mean, as we touched on earlier with Bolton Spartans folding and returning to associate process, the final game, or what would be the final game of the season, will be awarded as a 1-0 walkover win to the Alphas, which means essentially we can say now that Alphas will finish the regular season with an 8-2 record, which is not to be sniffed at.
No, very impressive in their first season in Division 1. Obviously, they're an undefeated team, getting promoted last year, and to carry that form into this season was like the 2 defeats to a very strong Vikings team, who, like you said, are the number 1 ranked team on Sportank.
Yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed of, losing against teams like this, and like I say, the 2 victories that they picked up over the Yorkshire Rams just shows you where the Alphas are in the sort of Division 1 map in terms of ability, and they've certainly cemented themselves as one of the challenging teams. And obviously, following on from today, the next time we see them, which will likely be away, they'll be playing in the playoffs.
Yeah, and to beat a team like the Yorkshire Rams, who self-confessed one of the better teams in the league, as they thought, shows the level that we've improved. Obviously from the associate season, with the additions of other players, and if the Alphas team of now was to play the Alphas team of last season, then they'd beaten them quite convincingly, I think, and that just shows how much we've progressed.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said before that on paper, if you're looking at the players on paper, I'd say that the Alphas team last season was probably a little bit stronger than what it is this year. But could I say that after watching some of the games that I've seen this season? Probably not. And I mean, that's, looking at players like, obviously, Ryan McKenty, who's not there anymore, that I know we've touched on. Joe Hickson being out for the season, and I think it just showed you the quality and depth that the Alphas have sort of brought in, and the Alphas have sort of nurtured, and also the level of the coaching that some of the guys, I mean, a lot of the guys who have transferred in, with the exception of Syson, have predominantly been Division 2 players. They picked up a few guys from the Bombers over the years, but the Alphas, as you're looking at now, is a combination of players who've started from the associate process and a lot of players who've come through from Division 2. And as obviously see now, the game has been called, and we congratulate Northumberland Vikings, who are the NFC 1 Central champions.
Yeah, they've got, as we see the schedule there, they've got 2 more games left against Darlington and a big game against Yorkshire. Obviously, clearly a very strong team, beating Yorkshire convincingly by 17.
Yeah.
Showing they're a very strong team.
Yeah, I mean, we
as they go 6-0, well 8-0 with the Spartans games.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to. I think it pretty much confirms it there after today's victory. Obviously, with the Darlington game, I'm pretty sure they'll power through that. And I mean, I think Yorkshire as well. There's no way that following the 3 defeats, that obviously the Vikings can lose it from here. I mean, the worst they could do would be would be 8-2. The worst they do could be 8-2, but yeah, I think it's although it's not officially sealed, it's pretty much a formality. Yeah, so we're going to end the stream now. Thank you for watching. Obviously, you can see Scunthorpe Alpha's losing today by 28 points to 0. Obviously, next time we'll see them, we'll be in the playoffs. Vikings, like we've touched on, really, obviously, will go on and win this division, bar an absolute capitulation in their last 2 games against Darlington and Yorkshire, which I don't think will happen. So, yeah, thank you for watching.